All right. Good morning. Today is Saturday. It's about 11 o'clock. And I want to come at y'all today. I want to talk about relationship insecurities. Okay. Um, I've been kind of listening to my channel, listening to my videos while I was editing and stuff like that. And I'm seeing things that I need to work on. Right. The main thing I need to work on is slowing down when I talk. Because when I was editing, I could barely understand what I was saying. And I only understood it when I slowed down. So that's gonna be one thing I'm definitely gonna do, try to work on. And as well, saying things twice. in some cases, I said things 3 times. So that's definitely something that I need to work on. Within the next few weeks, I'm gonna try to get me a better recording situation. Right now, I'm recording off my phone and just translating it to the post production. So I'm gonna be working on that too, man. So yeah, I'm trying to get better, trying to do everything I can to deliver a good product to y'all. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, relationship insecurities, man. This is something that kind of pops up every day. Everybody has insecurities. Everybody has insecurities. Everybody feels some kind of way about something that has to do with them personally, right? I have insecurities. I'm not perfect. I'm a human being. I have my own insecurities. One of my main insecurities is my weight. You know what I'm saying? I'm insecure about my weight. I'm insecure about my head. I always had a big head growing up. Luckily luckily my body kind of caught up to my head. Uh, yeah, man. My head is definitely one thing that I'm insecure about. You know what I'm saying? And I have several other insecurities, but those insecurities are the main things that kind of drive the way I move in life. Okay, so I say all that to say that your personal insecurities, if you can't control them and if you can't deal with them, they're going to translate into your relationship. And I mean any kind of relationship. It could be your girlfriend, your boyfriend. It could be your job. You know what I mean? It could be your friends, especially friends that you knew for a long time that kind of witnessed those insecurities when they were like really prominent in your life. You know what I mean? In that definition, I mean like my head. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger, my body was smaller, but my head was still big. So I got homeboys, I got dogs who've been through that. You know, they saw me when my head was big and my body was small, and they see me now where my body kind of caught up to my head. You know, this is very tough talking about my head, man. That's how insecure I am about it. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. So, when I was kind of sitting back thinking about this, it made me think about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Okay, I don't know if a lot of people really heard about that, but it's a hierarchy, or it's a list of needs that people typically need to feel like they're a complete person. Okay, so you got 5 needs according to this sociologist or this psychologist. And I'm kind of going off the top of my head. I want to say one was the biggest one was self-actualization. That's when like you feel complete. You feel like you achieved all your goals. You know what I'm saying? And you just feel like a complete person because you achieved whatever goal you set to achieve. You know, I know. Okay, so self-actualization is one. Okay. And then you had esteem, right? Let me see. Self-actualization, esteem. You had belongingness and love. You had safety, and you had physiological needs, right? So, and I'm kind of writing these down as I go. So I'm gonna run back through all of them and kind of give my idea of what he means by that, and kind of how it all ties back into a relationship, whatever relationship you have. Okay, so self-actualization, that's a big one, because we all kind of have goals. Whatever your goal is. I mean, maybe you want to lose a couple pounds, maybe you want to get this dream job, maybe you want to, I don't know, maybe you want to read a book a month, something like that. We all have goals, and if you set goals for yourself and you don't achieve them, then of course you're gonna feel you're not gonna feel as accomplished as you would feel if you do achieve those goals. And then especially if you're in a marriage or a long-term relationship, those goals and not completing those goals will have an adverse impact on your relationship, because you may be down because you weren't able to complete that goal, whatever it is. You may, like I said earlier, you may want to lose 10 pounds, and you working hard or whatever, and you get on that scale, and it says that you lost 1 pound instead of 10 pounds. That's going to make you feel bad. It's not going to make you feel good, And if your partner is in tune with you, you kind of subconsciously and inadvertently pass that energy to your partner, because if y'all are one, y'all feel the same energy. You feel me? So that's big. And then you got esteem, okay? And that's like the feeling of accomplishment, and that kind of goes hand in hand with self-actualization. It kind of goes hand in hand. So, if you don't feel good about yourself, oh, it's raining. Hold on one second. Let me put these windows up. I'm sitting in my car doing this. Put these windows up, man. All right, so, and I apologize if the acoustics sound kind of weird once I put these windows up. But anyway, esteem. That's, like I said, the feeling of accomplishment, and esteem and self-actualization, they go hand in hand. All of these tie in together in some form of fashion, but self-actualization and esteem definitely go hand in hand. And that's kind of the same thing what I just said about feeling good about the accomplishment. I guess you could think of it like this. Self-actualization is the goal, right? It's the goal. It's the process of setting the goal and completing the goal, right? But esteem is the feeling of accomplishing that goal. All right, let me say that again. Self-actualization is making the goal and eventually completing the goal. All right, esteem is the feeling that you have when you complete that goal. All right. And so those two things definitely are hand in hand. Those are a symbiotic thing. So moving forward, you have belongingness and love. Okay. And this one kind of shoots out as the most important one when you're talking about relationships, right? Because it's the want and the need to want to be in intimate relationships, have friends, have social circles, right? A lot of people might say that they don't have no friends, they don't want no friends, but they lying. Everybody wants to feel love, right? everybody want to have somebody or some people who love them. You know, it could be friends, it could be family. You know, everybody wants that. And if you don't have that, especially if you want it, that's going to play a part in how you think and how you feel and how you move through life. It's just going to play a part, and it's going to be a negative part. You know, so if you're a social person and you want to be friends with people, and you want to you know, have a girlfriend, have a boyfriend, whatever the case may be, and you don't have those things, of course it's going to play a part, right? Of course. You would be crazy to not think that it don't play a part, because it does. All right. Safety. With that, if you're a male, you know, you would want to make sure that you keeping your lady safe. Okay. If you're a male, you want to make sure you keep your lady safe. You want to make sure you keep your kids safe. If you're married and you got kids or whatever, or I mean, even if you're not married, whatever, just if you're in that relationship and you really want this relationship to work, you really want it to grow and be healthy, you're going to do all you can to protect that woman. You know, you're going to do all you can to protect those kids. You know what I mean? And if you're a woman, you're looking to be protected, right? And I know these days we got this whole thing of the LGBT presence. So I won't even say male, female. I'll say feminine and masculine. Okay. If you have masculine energy, you're gonna do all you can to protect that feminine energy, right? And if you have feminine energy, you're gonna look for that masculine energy that's gonna protect you. Okay. So yeah, all these things tie hand in hand. And then you have the physiological aspect of it. Just the basic needs of food, shelter, and water, right? Warmth, love, the basic needs. Okay, so all those things tie hand in hand with each other. And if you have all those things, then you'll be a complete person. And hey, I mean, this is just my opinion. I know I know a lot of people, or some people may not agree with it, but hey, it's just my opinion. That's just what I think. Okay. And I was looking at the graph, or the table, or the triangle, or whatever it is, and physiological was the base of those needs. Okay. And you know, it's a triangle, so the bottom was the biggest, and it kind of came up to that top part, came up to that apex. And the bottom was physiological, the next level was safety, the next level was belongingness, the next level was esteem, and that top level was self-actualization. And you know, that can be interpreted different ways. The way I interpreted it was the physiological need was the biggest, I feel like, because if you don't have those things, your mind and your body and your brain and, you know, your organs, they won't be able to accept and be able to grow from the other needs, because, you know, you sick, you can't, your body is not functioning the way that it's functioning. So I feel like that's what they mean by when the physiological aspect was the biggest. Now, the self-actualization, I feel like that may have been the smallest thing because it's a personal thing, right? Self-actualization, you know, achieving your potential. That's the smallest thing because it's personal. It has to do with just one person. So that's why I feel like it was the smallest part of that triangle. Okay. You know, and it's deep, you know. Now, so how does all this tie into having a relationship? I mean, I think it's obvious, right? It hits all of the checkpoints, you know, and I feel like it's kind of a microcosm of a healthy relationship, right? Everybody eating, everybody got water, they got a place to stay, you know, they feel warm, they feel secure, they feel safe, you know, the feminine energy feels safe, and the masculine energy is feeling good because that masculine energy is making sure that they're safe, right? The relationship is intimate. There's a lot of love in a relationship. You have friends. Some people have friends in their relationship, so that's hitting on 100%. So that's good. You feel good about the goals you're accomplishing, right? You look back on the goals that you accomplished as a couple, both as a couple and individually. You look at those things and you see how much goals were accomplished, so you're happy about that, right? And then all the way at the top, the self-actualization aspect. You both are goal-oriented. You both have a list of goals you want to achieve, and you both are on the way to achieving those goals. You know, I mean, that right there to me is a relationship in itself, a strong relationship. You know, and it's crazy, man, because especially when you think about social media, man, that social media thing really changed the game, man. It really changed the game as far as relationships. You know, and we've all been there. When, like, you know, you're on social media and you're talking to people, and the other person might be like, you know, who is that? And then they be like, oh, it's you know, don't worry about that. It's nothing. He's just a friend. He's just a friend. She's just a friend. And I mean, it could really grow into something that the other person don't really like, and that's significant. So yeah, social media definitely changed the game, bro. You really need to take that other person's feelings and opinions into effect with that, man, because you don't want to lose a good person because somebody trying to holler at you on Facebook or whatever, and you entertaining that person. You don't want to do that, especially if it's a good person. You just don't want to do that because you're gonna regret it, right? So I say all that to say, how can we work on our insecurities? How can we work on it? And really, the main thing to me is just acknowledge it. You gotta acknowledge it. If you in a good relationship, you need to sit down with that person and, you know, just talk. And a lot of times, man, those talks happen at the beginning of the relationship. You know those nights where you on the phone, or you know, y'all sitting at the park or something on the park bench, and it's late. You know what I mean? And y'all just talking. That's where those kind of talks should come in, I feel. And I think that once that base has been set, and once that foundation has been laid down, you can build from that. You know, so man, I've been on this thing 19 minutes. Yeah, I feel real strongly about this topic. But anyway, I just want to hit y'all with that today, man. As I said, I'm about to go take care of some business. I got to clean the carpet today, so I'm gonna knock that out. Yeah, I just want to hit y'all with this, man. It's very, very deep. I like to talk about that kind of stuff. So let me know what y'all think in the comments. You know, hit me up if y'all got some things y'all want to talk to me about, or if y'all got some things y'all want me to talk about. And I'm talking to my 3 subscribers right now. Right now. But yeah. So yeah. Y'all hold it down. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.